Nigeria's National People's Power Party (NPP) captured at least 123 of the 225 parliament seats. Based on partial results from the Elections Commission, the opposition parties Samagijan and Balagwaga, a United People's Power Party led by Sajid Premedasa, obtained 31 seats. A record, Sanyake was elected president on September 21, signaling a rejection of the traditional political parties that have governed Sri Lanka since its independence from Britain in 1948. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has said his administration will focus on ending the Russia-Ukraine war as it laments the killing of people in the conflicts. He also said his administration would also work on bringing peace to West Asia. Trump said during a gala for the America First Policy Institute held at his Mar-a-Lagos estate yesterday, he promised to work on the Middle East to work very hard on Russia and Ukraine.
Consequential election in the last 129 years. Wow, that's something. So we swept all swing states. We won the popular vote. Oh, I love that. Although this is a pretty big announcement right now. Actually, he's going to head the Department of Interior, and it's going to be fantastic. Good, Doug. We're going to work on Middle East, and we're going to work very hard on Russia and Ukraine. It's got to stop. Elon Musk. Elon.
The president-elect has consistently said his priority is to end the war and stem what that he characterizes as a drain on U.S. resources in the form of military aid to Ukraine. A magnitude 6.6 earthquake has today rattled Papua New Guinea, striking off the country's eastern coast. According to the United States Geological Survey said, USGS said the quake was 51 kilometers, that's about 31.6 miles, deep and located 123.2 kilometers from the closest town of Kokopo. The Papua New Guinea National Disaster Center said it was assessing for damage. Meanwhile, there were no tsunami warnings issued following the earthquake. Chinese President Xi Jinping launched a week-long diplomatic blitz of South America by inaugurating a massive deep-water port in Peru. A $1.3 billion investment by Beijing as it seeks to expand trade and influence on the continent. Xi and Peruvian President Dina Boluarte participated by video link yesterday in the opening of the Chanquere Port, about 80 kilometers 48 miles north of Lima on the Pacific Ocean, and signed a deal to widen our existing free trade agreements. Xi said that Chanquere, a 15-berth deep water port, was the successful start of a 21st century maritime Silk Road and a part of China's Belt and Road Initiative.
Today, the port of Chansey is becoming the new starting point of the Inca Ancient Road in the new era. From Chansey to Shanghai, what we are witnessing is not only the Belt and Road Initiative taking root and flourishing in Peru, but also the birth of new maritime land corridor between Asia and Latin America and the Caribbean.
With China's demand for agricultural goods and metals from Latin America growing, Xi will participate in the Sierra Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Lima, then heads to the Group of 20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro next week, where we also make a state visit to Brazil. Global Box is rushing you live from Adamimogo 107.7 FM in Doikiti. Still to come, South Korean opposition leader convicted for violating election law. Please stay with us.
He's here with us again. Oh yes, Adamimogo 107.7 FM in Doikiti is using this medium to inform and invite children, parents, heads of nursery, primary and secondary schools. It's interesting, long-lasting and memorable. For further inquiries, please contact Desmond Olaoluwa on 0806 511 4430 or Bayo Babalola on 0803 562 5812. Adamimogo 107.7 FM in Doikiti 2024 Father Christmas Show promises to be exciting.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook via Adamimogo 107.7 FM. For happenings around your news inquiries, please contact our newsroom on this number 0811-801-8242. Now the rest of the bulletin. South Korea's main opposition leader, Lee Jae-myung, has been convicted on charges of violating the country's election law and handed a 1-year suspended prison sentence. The Seoul Central District Court today found the leader of the Democratic Party guilty of making false statements before the 2022 presidential election in violation of the Public Official Election Act. If upheld, the ruling will strip Lee of his parliamentary seats and bar him from running in the next presidential election in 2027, as the law prohibits him from running for public office for the next 5 years. North Korea has conducted tests of exploding drones designed to crash into their targets, with leader Kim Jong-un urging the acceleration of mass production of the weapons. According to state media, the latest military display occurred as the United States, South Korea, and Japan engaged in joint military exercises featuring advanced fighter jets and the U.S. aircraft carrier in nearby international waters, showcasing their defensive stance against North Korea. The official Korea Central News Agency released the images of Kim conversing with officials near at least 2 types of unmanned area vehicles. Kim expressed satisfaction with the development of these weapons and emphasized the need to build a serial production system as early as possible and go into full-scale mass production, highlighting the growing importance of drones in modern warfare. Miale Rouse, who was recently crowned Miss South Africa 2024, has announced a withdrawal from the Miss Universal competition because of health issues. In a statement released today by the Miss South African organization, Rouse expressed gratitude for the support she has received from South Africans, describing the decision to stay back as incredibly challenging but necessary to focus on her health. The Miss South African organization also expressed its support, emphasizing Lerose's resilience and prioritizing her health. On sports, Galatasaray's plans to sign Victor Osimhen on a permanent deal from Napoli is beginning to see the light of day after finding a sponsor to take care of 70% of the transfer fee. According to Turkish media, the Turkish champions who are considering reducing the 75 million euro fee to 70 million euro due to payments they have met with 2 major companies operating in Turkey, one of which accepted a transfer fee in return for the club paying 30%. It was stated that Napoli wanted 25 million euro in advance and the remaining amount in 2 installments, so the club are looking for resources. With that sports stories, we end this edition of Global Box on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Olojudo's Palace, Ido Ekiti. Before we go, the highlights again. We told you that in Nigeria, the General Muhammadu Buhari International Airport Maiduguri is set to commence full international operations by January 1, 2025. This comes as the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, led other delegates on a 1-day work visit to the facility in Maiduguri, Borno State, Nigeria. We also told you that the Chinese President Xi Jinping launched a week-long diplomatic blitz of South America by inaugurating a massive deep-water port in Peru, a $1.3 billion investment by Beijing as it seeks to expand trade and influence on the continent. Finally, we brought it to you that North Korea has conducted tests of exploding drones designed to crash into their targets, with leader Kim Jong-un urging the acceleration of mass production of the weapons. And that's a Global Box on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti. On behalf of the production crew led by Ladonya Yegusi, my name is Kingsley Iniovosa. Good afternoon.